A level 2 registered sex offender in Faulkner County is in trouble once again. So I want to go back to when this person, James Dykes, first got in trouble for sexual offenses and how he became a registered sex offender to begin with. In 2010, in Madison County, James Dykes was charged with 2 counts of fourth degree SA and 1 count of internet stalking of a child. Now, for those charges, he was sentenced to 6 years in prison on the internet stalking of a child and a year and a half, like 18 months, for the fourth degree SA. At the same time, those charges in Madison County were going through the court process. James Dykes was also charged in Faulkner County. Now, in Faulkner County in 2010, he was charged with 1 count of rape and 2 counts of second degree SA. In 2011, he was charged with 20 counts of just 20 of distributing, possessing, or viewing matter depicting explicit conduct involving a child. Now, on those charges, it looks like he pled that rape down to a second degree SA. So he pled guilty to a total of 3 second degree SAs and was sentenced to 30 years in prison on those charges. And the other charges were dropped. So you might be wondering, anybody can do basic math, like how is he out if he got sentenced to 30 years in prison in, 2012? Well, that's because Arkansas, bro. From what I can see, it looks like James Dykes was actually released from prison in 2017, and that should be shocking to anybody that a person serves 5 years in prison on a 30-year sentence for that kind of a charge. But I digress, because that's not really why we're here, is it? It's because he's in trouble again. So why is he in trouble again? Same thing. I don't want to say that a sex offender has never been rehabilitated. Don't want to be a Debbie Downer or anything like that, but I would love to see the statistics on how often they're actually rehabilitated. This person was charged in 2 different counties in Arkansas, and he was classified as a level 2 offender. Level 2 offenders sometimes are not even searchable in the state database to regular people. I just looked, and I don't know if this is just because he's in jail at the current time or not, but dude doesn't even have a photo on the sex offender website. And also, I want to add that James Dykes' charges actually pertained to a kid that was under the age of 15 at the time. But on February 13th, 2024, an Arkansas Community Corrections parole officer contacted local police to ask police if James Dykes had registered a Snapchat account. Registered offenders shouldn't even be allowed to have Snapchat. What is the purpose? What are we doing here, people? Fun fact, he had not registered a Snapchat account, but all of this came to light because a therapist was told from her 13-year-old patient that James Dykes had sent her messages on Snapchat trying to friend her, follow her, whatever you do on Snapchat. I don't know, I'm old. So the parole officer got in contact with James Dykes. James Dykes was arrested. He was put in the Faulkner County Detention Center. He was going to be on a 5-day hold, but they searched his residence and they searched through his phone. And at his residence, they found a lot of stuff that he wasn't supposed to have, just devices wise. He also had a phone in his locker at work that was hidden inside of a glove, an iPhone that he was not supposed to have. It wasn't a registered device. He had email accounts on his device that were not registered, and he said that they were his son's, but the parole officer was like, why do you have your kids' email addresses on his device? And he was like, I don't know. I mean, if you're going to lie, at least have like a, information to back that lie up. He had an internet connection that was not disclosed. He had a PS4. He had a PS5, like a Chromebook, all the things he had that he wasn't permitted to have. But most importantly, when they looked in his device, he had inappropriate images of children again. So James Dykes has been charged with 8 counts now, 8 more counts of distributing, possessing, or viewing CSAM. And he has also been charged with 3 counts of failure to comply with registration and reporting conditions as a sex offender. I will update as more information becomes available, but right now he's in jail.